I've been thinking about the phrase, the Shakespeare quote, to be or not to be. Now, I never really understood that quote. And for me, I applied it to what I've been working with, and it suddenly shone a light on it. So I'm going to try and explain what that is. This is going to go into different areas, so you're going to have to bear with me. One of the areas is non-duality and radical non-duality, maybe you call it, the whole kind of Tony Parsons area. That came up. I was talking to Marcus the other day, and that kind of came up, made me think about that a bit. And I've noticed that there's many teachers in that vein. The way I see it, what these people are saying, what they're doing, is they're focusing on the not to be. And there is a reason for that. And there's a real truth in that. And I would say, you know, I was talking to Marcus about this again, the big T, the truth that is behind all of this is the recognition, not just intellectual, but the actual confrontation and recognition that there is no separate self. So the personality is a construct. Even the self is a construct. So this is the radical truth that is the heart of all of this. So this then leads these people to say, there's nothing to get, there's no one there, blah, blah, blah. You know all the phrases. So all that addresses the to not be. And it's not that it's not true, because essentially there's a deep truth, the biggest truth at the heart of it. But for me, there's something that really grates, because there's something missing. And for me, what is missing is the to be, right? And what I mean by that is that yes, there is no separate self ultimately, and that is the ultimate realization. But, and this is where the phrase rivers are rivers again, mountains are mountains again. After that realization, one is still here. One is still in an apparent life with a name and a life to live. It's not, if that was the only truth, then upon seeing that, life would end. What's the point? There's nothing to do. There's no one there. But that isn't the full picture. The full picture is also is the balance between not to be and the to be. And the to be is what we find in the relative level. It is our being. It is our love. It is our creativity. It's our connection and all of those things. So if I have a difference to these people, it's not in that I don't agree with that central message. It's just that it's not the complete picture, and it misses out the balance, the beautiful balance of the being side. So, you know, just to say there's no seeking, there's no point in seeking, there's that, all these negatives, you know, negatives can be very good. You can clear out a lot of shit, a lot of false seeking with it. But it's not the full picture, and it's cutting out the central balance between the absolute and the relative. So, I mean, in a way, I'm defining a bit, this is what you're getting here. I don't just tell you there's no one there. I would never just do that out of the blue, because that's not the point. In the right moments, at the right times, we will be able to go into the fact that the to not be as well. But it won't be at the expense of to be. It will be in the balance of the two. You can imagine if Shakespeare didn't live the to be, we wouldn't have all these incredible genius.
I remember Douglas Harding, who I love, answering that question, to be or not to be. And what he said was, to be and not to be, that is the answer. To be and not to be, that is
yes, exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely. I also feel with these guys and girls who do it, it's like, why are you talking? if there's nothing to get, and there's nowhere to go, and there's no seeking, what are you, and there's no teacher, what are you doing? It sort of is, it's sort of a, they're disproving their point just by being there. Like, I'm very clearly saying there is something to get, and whether I can help you get it, I don't know, but I will try. But there's no dishonesty in that. There's nothing that's out of alignment. I'm saying there is something to get. I'm going to try and share it with you. The result is up to life, but I'll do my best with that, you know. But to say all those things, but then still be going to conferences and speaking and sell, it's like, why don't you just disappear if you don't want to be? I'm very happy being. Being is what it's about in the end. It's a script that's been passed around quite a lot, and it's a very narrow script. Because how many ways can you say the same thing, you know, again and again? Well, it can really affect, I mean, I do write about it in the book, if you remember a little bit. It can really cause a breakthrough. It can. Because it has, you know, there is a big truth in it. And because of that, if someone's at the right stage, it can really whack them. But it's not the shift. It's just an opening, you know. And then if you just, you kind of hang on, oh, but there's no one there, there's no one there. And it becomes a kind of another guise of personality, just playing a different role, you know, with a different text to follow, script to follow. Ironically, it's a great place for the personality to hide and to not feel things. Because if you don't exist, who has to feel anything? Who has emotions? Who has patterns? You do have patterns, but you can be free of them. That's what I'm saying. But you don't pretend that you're in a place that you're not in. You start where you are. This is it. That's what this is it means. And this is it includes wherever you are, wherever you are. And there's no judgment on it. There's just the seeing of it, as opposed to, I'm not that, I'm over there. Well, you're not over there, actually. You're right here, and you're reacting or whatever it is, you know. Yeah. Like I said, it's very practical, this.